never meant to be found, buried beneath ancient ruins, hidden for thousands of years. These objects shouldn't exist, not because they're old, but because they are far too advanced, far too precise, and far too impossible for their time. Even today, scientists can't fully explain them, and what you're about to see might completely change what you believe about history. In 1901, off the coast of a small Greek island, a group of sponge divers discovered a shipwreck that had been resting on the ocean floor for centuries. At first, it seemed like a typical ancient find: broken statues, scattered cargo, fragments of a lost world. But among the debris, there was something unusual: a corroded lump of bronze. At first, it looked meaningless, damaged, unrecognizable, something that could easily be ignored. But when scientists examined it more closely, they found something hidden inside. Gears, dozens of them, perfectly cut, precisely aligned, mechanically complex. This object is now known as the Antikythera mechanism, and it's over 2,000 years old. But here's what makes it so disturbing. It functions like a computer, not a simple tool, not a decorative object, but a machine capable of predicting solar eclipses, tracking planetary motion, and calculating astronomical cycles with shocking accuracy, something that, according to everything we know, should not have existed at that time. Technology this advanced wasn't supposed to appear for at least another 1,000 years. So how did ancient people build something like this? Who designed it? And more importantly, why did this knowledge disappear? Because if they were capable of this, then what else have we lost? In the deserts near modern-day Baghdad, archaeologists uncovered something small but deeply unsettling: a simple clay jar, nothing extraordinary at first glance, but inside it there was a copper cylinder, and at the center, an iron rod. It didn't look decorative, it didn't look symbolic, it looked functional. Years later, scientists decided to test a theory. They recreated the object using the same materials and filled it with a simple acidic liquid. And what happened next was completely unexpected. It produced electricity, not a large amount, but enough to prove that this ancient object could function as a battery. It is now known as the Baghdad Battery, and it's believed to be over 2,000 years old. But that creates a serious problem, because electricity, as we understand it, wasn't discovered until the 18th century. So how is it possible that ancient civilizations may have already known how to generate it? What were they using it for? Electroplating metals? Medical treatments? Or something even more advanced that we simply don't understand anymore? Because if this really was a battery, then ancient technology was far ahead of its time. There is a book that no one has ever been able to read. Not historians, not linguists, not even modern artificial intelligence. It's called the Voynich manuscript, and it may be one of the most mysterious documents ever discovered. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary medieval book, but the moment you look closer, everything changes. The text is written in a completely unknown language. The symbols don't match any known alphabet, and yet they follow patterns, structure, consistency, as if it means something. The pages are filled with strange illustrations, plants that don't exist, astronomical diagrams that don't match known constellations, and scenes that feel almost otherworldly. Over the years, some of the greatest minds have tried to decode it, Every attempt has failed. No one has been able to translate even a single paragraph with certainty. So what is it? A lost language? A coded scientific text? Or something that was never meant to be understood at all? Because after centuries of study, this book still refuses to reveal its secrets. In 1513, an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis created a map that still confuses experts today. At first, it looks like a typical early world map, but when researchers studied it closely, they noticed something impossible. The map appears to show the coastline of Antarctica, a continent that, according to history, was not officially discovered until more than 300 years later. That alone would be strange, but what makes it even more disturbing is the level of detail. Some researchers claim that the map shows the land beneath the ice, something that modern science only confirmed using advanced technology. So how did a 16th century map maker know this? Piri Reis himself claimed that he used much older source maps that no longer exist. But that only raises more questions. Where did those maps come from? Who created them? And how did they have access to information that shouldn't have been possible at the time? Because if this map is accurate, then someone in the past knew far more than we do. In 1934, in a quiet part of Texas, a couple walking through a rocky area noticed something unusual, a stone that looked out of place. Curious, they picked it up, and when it broke open, they found something inside that should not have been there. A hammer, not next to the rock, not buried beneath it, but embedded inside it. At first, it seemed impossible, because this wasn't just any rock. According to geological analysis, the stone surrounding the hammer appeared to be extremely old, possibly millions of years, and that creates a serious contradiction, because human beings were not supposed to exist at that time. So how did a man-made object end up inside ancient rock? Some skeptics argue that it's just a modern hammer that became encased in mineral deposits over time, a rare natural process, but others point out that the formation around it doesn't fully match that explanation, and even if it did, it would still require conditions that are incredibly unlikely. So the question remains, is this just a geological anomaly, or is it something much more disturbing? Because if the dating is even partially accurate, then it suggests that intelligent tool-making existed far earlier than we ever believed, and that possibility changes everything. Deep inside an ancient Egyptian temple, far from sunlight, hidden within stone walls that have stood for thousands of years, there is a carving that continues to divide experts to this day. At first glance, it looks like traditional Egyptian artwork, symbols, figures, mythological imagery. But when you look closer, something feels different. The carving shows a long, bulb-shaped object. Inside it, something that resembles a filament, and connected to it, a structure that looks almost like a cable. This is what many refer to as the Dendera light. Now, according to mainstream historians, this image is symbolic, part of a religious or mythological representation. But others disagree, because the resemblance to a modern electrical device is difficult to ignore. The shape, the internal structure, even the way it appears to emit something like energy. So the question becomes, is this just a coincidence? Or are we looking at something we don't fully understand? Could ancient Egyptians have had knowledge that we've underestimated? Or is this simply a case of modern interpretation projecting meaning onto the past? Because sometimes what we dismiss as symbolism might actually be something far more complex. So the real question is, are these artifacts simply misunderstood pieces of history, or are they proof that something far more advanced existed long before us? And maybe we're not the first civilization to reach this level of knowledge. Which one do you